Why Leicester star James Maddison is open to a potential move to Arsenal. Arsenal have made their opening move for Leicester City's James Maddison, with the player keen on a move to the Emirates. Maddison's creative talents had been central to another solid campaign for Leicester, but his impressive performances failed to convince Gareth Southgate he was worthy of a place in his England squad for the European Championships. According to The Guardian, the 24-year-old believes a move to Arsenal would raise his profile, aid his development and enhance his chances of international recognition. Leicester, however, will not part with one of their prize assets for anything less than his market value, which they believe is around the £60 million mark. Despite establishing themselves as a consistent Premier League force, Leicester have regularly sold the best players in recent years, with Harry Maguire, Ben Chilwell, N'Golo Kante and Riyad Mahrez all having been granted moves. While Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is desperate to add more attacking quality to his squad, despite Emile Smith-Rowe having committed his long-term future to his boyhood club by signing a new deal last month. To have enough money get James Maddison's signature, the North Londoners have offered Reece Nelson, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Joe Willock and Eddie Nketiah as macroweights in the deal. Arsenal fans will probably feel very excited and expect this deal to be successful before the new season begins. Houssem Aouar would love to join Arsenal but has to depend on James Maddison. Houssem Aouar has been left stunned by Arsenal's move for James Maddison, with the Frenchman having hoped his long-mooted move to North London was finally on the cards. Manager Mikel Arteta is eager to bring in a new creative playmaker this summer, having sold Mesut Ozil in January and now to be very interested in Leicester star James Maddison. Lyon midfielder Aouar had re-emerged as a potential option for the Gunners, who were willing to pay big money for him last summer, with the French side having dropped their asking price to just £25 million. But now Arsenal appear to have made Leicester City star Maddison their top target for the role, opening the bidding for a player who is valued at £60 million by his club. According to The Sun, Houssem Aouar is still keen to move to Arsenal and wants to test himself in the Premier League. Aouar's camp are hoping the Gunners' pursuit of Maddison ends in defeat. Even though the Frenchman is clearly a backup option to preferred choice Maddison, he would love to play for Arsenal and is prepared to wait to see what happens with their talks with Leicester. Cedric Soares wants to stay at Arsenal despite transfer rumours with Fenerbahce. Cedric became a vital player for Arsenal at the back end of last season, as he filled in at both right and left back for Mikel Arteta's side. However, he is also in a pool of players who the club could listen to offers for. The Gunners need to ship some faces out this summer, after spending heavily on the likes of Ben White and Albert Lokonga in the window. Photomac claim that Cedric is among a group of players that Fenerbahce are looking at bringing to Turkey. But according to Charles Watts, who claims Cedric is concentrated on first-team football with the Gunners this season. Watts tweeted more stories linking Cedric with Fenerbahce today. The loan interest is genuine, but Arsenal have not received any offers. Cedric is happy at Arsenal and wants to stay. He's fully focused on competing for the right-back spot. Newcastle are willing to meet Arsenal's £22 million asking price for Joe Willock. That is according to the Daily Telegraph, who claim that Willock is the Magpies' top target this summer. The midfielder impressed during his loan stint at the Toon in the second half of last season. The 21-year-old netted an impressive 8 goals in 14 Premier League games during his time in the Northeast last term. His departure might not faze Arsenal, as the midfielder was never really the perfect fit for Mikel Arteta's tactical setup at the London club. Moreover, the recent emergence of Emile Smith-Rowe would have made it considerably difficult for the English midfielder to get regular minutes under his belt next campaign. Arsenal also want to sell a number of players including Willock to have money to invest Leicester star James Maddison. And thus, Newcastle are willing to meet the Gunners' demands to bring him on a permanent basis this month. Saka speechless as he's presented with wall containing hundreds of messages of support from Arsenal fans after Euro hell. Arsenal and England star Bukayo Saka was left stunned as he was presented with a wall of messages of support from football fans. The 19-year-old received racist abuse after missing England's decisive spot kick in the penalty shootout defeat to Italy in the Euro 2020 final. Sadly, the teenager released a statement saying he knew he would face a torrent of sick messages as soon as his penalty was kept out. Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Prince William and athletic legend Usain Bolt were just some of the famous names to blast the abuse Saka received. And over 1 million England fans signed a petition to ban racists from all football games after Saka, along with Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho, was targeted. Arsenal have shared a video of Saka entering an indoor training facility to be met with a wall full of hundreds of messages of support. The Londoner first admits to being speechless, before then adding, "How do I even say thank you for all of this? We are always standing behind you, Bukayo Saka. Let's come back to play and prove the people who abused you that they are totally wrong."
If you like the video, like, share.